title of this work is called Finding Livingstone, and it is semi-adapted, which means I took a letter and I added stuff. Anyways, here we go. Henry Stanley read the morning paper and he saw these 3 words. Where is Livingstone? Now, I'm not exactly sure what happened next, but pretty much I'm pretty sure what happened was something like he dropped the morning paper, packed his things, and dashed out the front door. Now, my friends, David Livingstone was missing in Africa, and it was in Africa that our dear friend, Henry Stanley, Welsh explorer and journalist, went to so suddenly. Now, you might be wondering, why would a Welshman, of all people, go off to Africa and brave its dangers for one mere man? Well, let me tell you, David Livingstone was no mere man. He was the legendary missionary who also wrestled the lion. He was the first white explorer to see the Mosoitunya Falls, which is later known as Victoria Falls, and, most importantly, he was one of the newest of England's rising heroes. So you can just imagine Stanley, as he's sailing down to Africa with a grin on his face, excited at the prospect of recovering one of England's heroes. And it is to our delight that Stanley wrote about his famous encounter. He wrote in his journal, he wrote in his journal, and we pushed on rapidly, and halted at a little brook, and then ascended the long slope of a naked ridge. I was too tired to chuckle. But I did, because there was the last of the many myriads we had crossed. Finally, we reached the summit, and there it was below. Ujiji. The village of Ujiji, where David Livingstone perhaps may be. At this grand moment, I and my crew did not think of the hundreds of miles we have marched, the hundreds of hills we have ascended, descended, the many forests we have traversed. Over the last 8 months, forests and jungles have annoyed us. Salt plains have blistered our feet, and suns have beaten our skins relentlessly. Yet, again I say, in this grand moment, it was not our hardships and our difficulties that we thought about, no. Our hearts and our feelings were with our eyes. We peered at the ponds. We squinted at the many huts that sat there like haunting specters in the burning morning sun. For there, out there, somewhere, was the doctor, David Livingstone. 300 yards. 300 yards, and the crowds are dense around me. 200 yards. 200 yards, and yet all I see is black. Black faces, and the only white I see are in the eyes, in the teeth, in the clothes. 100 yards. 100 yards. Where is Dr. Livingstone? Is it true, as the rumors say, that he has died? Or is the information that I received from the guy the other day wrong? Suddenly I heard from the side, "Good morning, sir." Startled, I sharply turned around to see the man. He was a black man. The black is kind, by the way. And he was grinning with a grin that could blind the sun. I said, "Who the hell are you?" I am Susie, sir, the servant of Dr. Livingstone. And I tell you, he grinned. The sun reflected into my eyes. I could not look him straight in the face. And I said, okay, hello, my name is... Wait, what? Dr. Livingstone is here? Yes, sir. Are you sure? Yes, sir. Are you sure? Sure, sir. I leave him just now. And then a crew member from behind my back says, look, Stanley, there's an Englishman over there. 20 feet. And now I feel like there's a gorilla pounding in my chest. 15 feet, and now I can feel sweat, bead by bead, going down my face. 10 feet. His beard is gray, he looks pale, and he's wearing a blue cap with a faded gold band around it. 9 feet. 8 feet. 7 feet. 6 feet. 5 feet. Dr. Livingstone, I presume. Kindly he smiles. Yes. To which I replied, I thank God, sir. Doctor, I have been permitted to see you. To which he, too, replied, I am thankful to God to welcome you. And it was there, at long last, my journey came to an end. Thank you.